The next method to solve a game theory problem is dominance principle. The principle of dominance states that the strategy of a player dominates over another strategy, then the latter strategy can be eliminated, as the choice of such a strategy will not benefit the player in any way. That is, affects the choice of the solution. So in such cases of dominance, the size of the payoff matrix is reduced by eliminating those strategies which are dominated by others. Okay. So as the name itself suggests, here we have strategies of A and B participating at the time. So the one with lesser payoff, the one strategy which yields lesser payoff as compared to the other, will be dominated by the strategy which yields more payoff. Okay. So the one strategy which is better than the other two, or the other one, will dominate the least concerned strategy. So it will be deleted. So like that we will be reducing the matrix to just one number which resonates to the best strategy of A and B. So this is the difference between dominance principle and maximin minimax method. So in maximin and minimax, we used to pinpoint the saddle point in the matrix, but here we are reducing the matrix to the single payoff which is the payoff of A, the best payoff that he can get, the optimal payoff that he can get from B, and the optimal loss of B to A. Okay, now let us look at its steps. So general rules for dominance. If all the elements of a row in the payoff matrix, say kth row, are greater than the corresponding elements of another row in the payoff matrix, say rth row, then kth row dominates the rth row. Thus the rth row of the payoff matrix can be deleted. So if all the elements in the column in a payoff matrix, say pth column, are lesser than or equal to the corresponding elements of the another column in the payoff matrix, say qth column, the pth column dominates the qth column. Thus the qth column of the payoff matrix can be deleted. The process is repeated till the optimal strategies are obtained. One simple note here: sometimes the combination of two or more courses of action may dominate another course of action. Okay, so now let us look at some example here. Okay, solve the following game by dominance principle. Is the game fair? Okay, so here they have given a matrix: player A, player B. So player A has 4 strategies: A1, A2, A3 and A4. Player B has 3 strategies: B1, B2 and B3. Okay, so these are the payoffs in the matrix. Now we have to use the dominance principle here. Now let us consider this A2 strategy by player A. Now always the problem here begins with a row. So the first step is about the row deletion. The second step is about the column deletion. So the pattern is row, column, row, column. This is how we have to start. We have to start with the problem with row. Okay. Now consider this A2 here. The elements here are 2, -1 and 4. Now compare this with all the strategies here. So if we compare this with A3, 2 is greater than -1, 5 is greater than 0, but -1 is less than 0. Here you have to make sure that the elements are either equal to the corresponding strategies or they are greater than that. But here what happens is 2 and 5 are greater than the 2 elements, but -1 is less than the 1 element. So A2 can't delete A3. Similarly, A2 and A4, so 2, 2 both are equal, 5 is greater than 4, that is considered, but -1 is lesser than 0. So A2 cannot dominate A4. Okay. Now let us compare a2 with a1. So 2 is equal to 2, minus 1 is equal to minus 1, 5 is equal to 5 is greater than 3. Now a2 dominates the strategy a1. So as all the payoffs in a2 are greater than that of than or equal to the corresponding payoff in a1, so strategy a2 dominates a1. Okay, so a2 dominates a1. So what you are doing here is, in the next matrix you are deleting the a1 strategy. So you are writing the remaining elements here, a2, a3, a4 here, and b1, b2 and b3 here. A1 is gone. Okay, now once we have done it in the row manner, now we have to go for column. So we have to look the column here and in the column it is the reverse of row. So while comparing the rows, the one which is going to dominate should have the elements greater than the elements of the other strategy. But here your dominating strategy will be having elements lesser than the corresponding strategy here. So check b1 here. So b1 has 2, minus 1 and 2. Okay, so here 2 is greater than minus 1, minus 1 is less than 0, but 2 is again greater than 0. So hence b1 will not dominate b2 here. Remember, while considering the column comparison, okay, we have to make sure that the one which is going to dominate, its elements are smaller than the all the strategies here. Okay, so b1 cannot dominate b2. Let us take b1 with b3. So 2 is less than 5, minus 1 is less than 0, 2 is less than 4. So we now got a perfect match here. So as all the payoffs in b1 column are less than or equal to the corresponding payoffs in the column b3, strategy b1 dominates b3. So b1 dominates b3. Hence we are deleting the b3 column here. Next, what remains here is a2, a3, a4, b1 and b2. Okay, now again we have to employ row technique here. Okay, so we have to make sure one row dominates all the others. Now consider a4 here. Okay, a4 has elements 2 and 0. Now let us see whether a4 can dominate a3. So 2 is greater than minus 1. Remember, you are solving row wise here. So again in row wise, the greater one dominates the lesser one, and in the column wise, the lesser one dominates the greater one. So 2 is greater than minus 1, 0 is equal to 0, therefore a4 dominates a3. Now let us check again if a4 can dominate a2 as well. So 2 is equal to 2, which is according to the condition. 0 is greater than minus 1, so one number is greater here. So a4 also dominates a2. Therefore strategy a4 dominates a3 and a2. Hence we delete a2 and a3. Okay, now last what remains here is only a4, b1 and b2. Now again you have to employ here the column wise. Okay, so 2 and 0. So b1 is a column here, b2 is a column here. Again when you are employing the column strategy here, the smaller one dominates the larger one. So here 0 is smaller one, 2 is the larger payoff. So therefore b2 dominates b1. Therefore delete b1. Next, so what remains here is for player A, the last strategy remains here is a4, and for player B it remains b2. Therefore whatever is remaining here, we should consider this now. Thus the saddle point is at 4, 2, fourth row of A and second column of B. So 4, 2, fourth row, second column. So fourth row, second column is our saddle point in the matrix. Okay, if you take the matrix here, the whole matrix, it is this place, fourth row, second column, this spot. Next, the best strategy for A is a4. So for player a4, the best strategy in the game is A. The best strategy is a4, and the best strategy for player B is b2, and the value of game is 0. So now here it is 0. Now coming back to the definition here. So what is the definition here? A game is said to be fair if the value of the game is 0. You can see that in the saddle point the value here is 0. Therefore A didn't win anything, B didn't lose anything. It's a fair game. Okay. Now let us look at another example here. So find the solution of the game by the principle of dominance for the following payoff matrix of A. Okay. Now it can also be done that if one strategy dominates more than one corresponding strategies, then multiple strategies can be deleted at once. Okay. Now what they have done is they have taken A4 here, the elements of A4. Now row wise they have compared it with A3, A2 and A1. Okay. So if you take this with A3, then 4 is greater than -2, 2 is greater than -1, 3 is greater than -2, 6 is greater than 0. Therefore A4 dominates A3. Next compare A4 with A2. 4 is less than 7. 2 is greater than -2. 3 is greater than 0. 6 is greater than -4. All elements are greater than the A2 elements, but only one element is smaller. If this would have been equal, then A4 could have dominated A2, but here in this case A4 does not dominate A2. Next A4. Now compare A4 with A1. 4 is smaller than -7, 2 is smaller than 0, 3 is equal to 3, 6 is smaller than -5. Okay. So therefore the strategy A4 dominates A3 and A1. Okay. Therefore we delete A3 and A1 rows. Next, so what remains here is A2 and A4, B1, B2, B3 and B4. Now we have to take the column wise comparison here. The column with smaller elements will dominate the others. Now consider B2 here. This looks -2 and 2. So if you compare this with all others, okay, so -2 is smaller than 7, 2 is smaller than 4. Therefore B2 dominates B1. Similarly, take this one here, B3. -2 is smaller than 0, 2 is smaller than 3. Therefore B2 dominates B3. Now compare B2 with B4. 2 is smaller than 6, but -2 is not smaller than, -2 is greater than -4. Therefore B2 cannot dominate B4 because one of its elements is greater than the other strategy, whereas it has to be smaller if it should dominate here. So therefore the strategy B2 dominates B1 and B3. Therefore while writing the next matrix we delete B1 and B3. So what remains here is for player A, A2 and A4, for player B, B2 and B4. So now again we come for the row wise comparison here. -2, -4, 2 and 6. So comparing A2 with A4, A4 with A2, 2 is greater than -2, 6 is greater than -4. So obviously A4 dominates A2. Therefore while writing the next matrix we delete the strategy A2. And lastly, player A has one strategy A4, player B has two strategies B2 and B4. Here we are going to do column wise comparison. So again the smaller one dominates the larger one. Therefore 2 is smaller than 6. Therefore B2 dominates B4. Hence while writing the next matrix we delete B4. So what remains at last here is A4 and B2. So fourth row, second column. Therefore the saddle point here in the matrix is at fourth row, second column, A4, B2. This is the saddle point when you look at the matrix here. Okay. The saddle point is at 4, 2. The strategy for A is A4. That is the optimal strategy for A is A4. The optimal strategy for B is B2. And the value, the payoff at the saddle point, in the saddle point is 2. The value of the game is 2. Since it is not a 0 here, so it is not a fair game. If it is a 0, then you have to write that it is a fair game. If it is any number other than 0, then it's not a fair game. So this is how you solve a game theory problem using dominance principle. I hope the method is clear to you guys. If any doubts, you can put it in the comment section.